And we're back. So we did have a swift beat between Wind and Rain and CEX.
We did.
And thanks to that, we are able to catch the other semi-final, which is in map 2. And this is London Lynx's pick, Train.
Yeah, it looks like we missed an absolute slobber knocker on that first
By
map.
the looks of things, I think they might have had more rounds in that one map than we did for our 2.
The entire series, yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially. 1916, I've been told.
Yeah. So.
And that has gone to Ferrari Peakers, so.
This is London Lynx's pick.
Yep.
So obviously Ferrari Peakers choose to start CT side. This is the map that Ferrari Peakers did beat CEX on 16-14.
Yeah.
And I have known Fearless to be quite the Train player. Obviously his AWP is a bit of a mammoth in itself.
Sure.
And on Train he does tend to do quite well, if I remember correctly. So it looks like this will be... Is this reminiscent of the pistol that... Is this the phase pistol we've seen again?
Potentially, but it looks like they are actually going towards B.
Okay, they are going towards B. Okay, so we potentially think it was the My Insanity one that we saw earlier on, and then SG as well. But it looks like they're just running straight into 2 players at B. Dom's got 2 of them already, and Capers gets the trade. Makes it 2v3 though. The bomb is still
they are actually
not
actually
actually close to sight. Yeah. Trouble's managed to get himself in Z potentially here.
Good chance to get the bomb down here.
Well, he does peek, so that's 1 in for about 1 player. But it's both players who don't have armor, which makes it a bit of an unideal situation.
Yeah, they just need to hit their shots here.
Yeah, I can't imagine that happening. I mean, Trouble gets the first one. Potentially gets the second. He is getting shot on the back though, so they do pick up the pistol, which, I mean, it was a bit shaky from Ferrari Peakers. They a bit of an over-rotate. That's the safe way of putting it. some thoughts from Eccles about...
Unfortunately for Eccles, for Trouble, we saw his attempt, and not Eccles actually. So yeah, the Fnatic Academy player, don't have to worry. It happens to the best of them, clearly.
Yeah. But they do get the plant though, so that does mean that they probably will be buying a nice run, but if they do, it does mean we don't see an AWP from Fearless, which, I mean, there were people in chat mentioning that Fearless had 35 kills in that cash game, which, I mean, that's stuff I like to see.
Yeah.
I like to see some Luke Fearless Morris, some GLG, you know, old school AWP players.
Yeah, you do love to see it.
And this should be a throwaway round essentially. I mean, Dom gets another 2 kills. Mr. Hoy drops, but I imagine nothing else will happen off that.
Yeah, nice clean up from Whisk.
There we go.
Yeah.
Make it 2-0.
The buy is going to come out here though.
Yeah, so this is actually a strict AK round, I imagine, for all the players. Not many grenades to work with, so are we going to potentially see a fast rush, maybe an execute towards A?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the CTs... Yeah, Capers looks like he's definitely getting popped with this... MP9, but no, he's not. He is the B player, actually. I think I am on a different planet. But no, it
is a fully orchestrated play, though, isn't it? All 5 players walking through toilets.
Exactly,
right now.
yeah. Dom's getting that early info.
Yeah, Dom is facing. The question is, does he commit to hold the angle where they walk in?
Yeah,
or
I'm
does
surprised
he keep
that Capers doesn't actually have a flash out for him.
Is there any mollies coming through from the C side? I don't think they have any. No, they don't.
Yeah, I mean...
So this molly should stop the C's from advancing, and they get Brown Walls control.
Yeah, and it looks like they are going to set up straight into these smokes, potentially.
Yeah, Trouble looks like he was potentially setting up for it, but then he starts to walk off a bit as well.
Meanwhile, the CTs,
they've
smartly enough, they've taken some map control back. And Trouble is going to... He's making sure that the CTs don't get too aggressive, I guess, but he might get caught off by Eccles here.
I think the clear plan here is to actually through some kind of fake, but Eccles' position right here is massive.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to do this, you might as well just leave the player around here from the start of the round, just to make sure they're not taking that map control from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
thing is, Eccles is tempted, though, isn't he? He heard the player run back. Yeah. As far as he knows, that player could be doing smoke cover.
Yeah, and
or anything.
Although they have this info, there's still only 2 members of the CT side on this B bomb.
And one of them has his MP9. I mean, we saw Dom using this position on the pistols, where he sat at coil with the M4 watching the upper burst. Yeah. And when an upper execute comes in, I'm not too sure how this position will work out for him. No flashes have actually got to him. They're running straight across him. Fearless drops. He only gets the 1, and Daddy Frank gets Capers. So that's perfectly done. Get the first 2 kills. And Frankster is advancing straight across up. He gets 2 of them.
That's a big round from Frankster.
That's a good spray right there as well. And Eccles is left all alone. 1v4. He probably will get the fight from Cyber here. Because he goes across up. Cyber wins the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I felt maybe Ferrari Peakers could probably do a bit more with that info that they had so early on. Maybe shift over that 3rd player.
You risk it, don't you?
Yeah, you're already in team main. You should be in a decent situation to at least play the retake.
That's
out to bomb site. But no, there we go. London Lynx, they're making it very competitive. They've taken the first gun round, and Ferrari Peakers, they're back on pistols.
Yeah, it's quite a generous thought from Ferrari Peakers, really, obviously, because they had like 3 players could roughly buy.
Yeah, but it's sensible as well.
Yeah, it's
don't want
a
to let
sensible
train
thought.
get away from you on your CT side.
Especially on a map where arguably the AWPs do run rampant.
Exactly, yeah.
And as the game goes on, I imagine Fearless will want to bring that out as well.
Yeah.
Can Mr. Hoy play enough of a bait for Whisk at this close server box? Or will Frankston not even check it? Frankston's not checked it. Whisk hasn't reacted.
It's cold as ice.
I mean, Cyber's not going to check it either, is he? Until last second, but Whisk's whiffed!
Unfortunately, that was on stream, Whisk. You hate to see it.
I mean, this round's a bit up in the air, though. I mean, Eccles has got 2 dinks down, so Cyber and Trouble are low. But Cave, he only has a taser and a USP.
Yeah, but this USP could do work.
He can get the kill straight away, so that's first headshot. I mean, Zio's full health right now. So the question is, what can Capers actually do? Personally, I feel like saving is one of the best bets. As soon as you see, I mean, you're 20 health from that position anyway. You might as well save. You've got a molly, you've got an AK. You can give that AK over to Dom, maybe, and you'd have a better by yourself. But alas, he does try and go for the round, which each to their own, I suppose.
Yeah, sure. Not the most sensible decision coming out from someone who, you know, he's an IGL. You think maybe be a bit smarter in that situation, but
it's relatively early in the game, though, isn't it? It's one of those, might as well try it.
Yeah, sure.
And the double AWP comes out from the CT, so it's obviously that eco round, a big part of the map reason, really, isn't it? Like, you wouldn't normally do that on maybe Cash, you'd probably force into it. But they do want that double AWP for things, and Capers is playing so deep.
Yeah.
If an execute comes in, this B site's...
It's interesting, they're happy to play this retake, but they don't have a single kit. They've only got 2 smokes, and...
I imagine those smokes will be expended within the next few seconds.
Exactly.
If they throw a molly into pop, then I feel like Eccles will probably put the smoke down.
They do have the mollies to get Eccles completely out of it, but they're not even going to test him.
Trouble might later on in the round as they get towards B, but it depends what kind of system they have in plan.
Yeah,
I imagine Trouble is one of the players who throws smokes and stuff.
Yeah, Capers is going to have to get a lot of work done here. He needs 1 or...
They're just using a single flash, which, I mean, it sent Capers away from it, and they do get the info that he is all the way at the back of the tracks. He has spotted a few players, but he's just going to keep re-peeking.
Whisk coming in with the second AWP.
Second AWP comes into action. That's 2 kills from the second AWP. So far, 3 kills from these AWPers, and it's 2v4. Fearless and Zio. Big round for them.
Eccles has kept that smoke as well.
Yeah. There's 2 mollies in play as well.
Yeah, this is going to be
that first molly gets used. Zio gets the first kill. They do know where he is. He's got the second kill. 2v1.
He's got that molly, but I don't know if he expects Eccles behind him. But yeah, time is running out.
He nearly had a chance to get that kill.
Nice flank from Eccles, and yeah, Whisk doing work with that second AWP.
That defuse is quite close. Well, I think it was about 2 seconds off.
Yeah, no.
I mean, if Zio had dropped down on like flatbed sort of area, then
yeah,
it changes everything, doesn't it?
But no, respectable round from Ferrari Peakers, confident in their retake abilities, and yeah, they showed for white.
The double AWP does come out really well. Obviously, Whisk's positioning, I suppose, is the main part there, because he did rotate the long way through CT, which allowed him to do something. Like, obviously, C got smoked like completely off. Capers is getting pushed further and further back, and he did make Capers live slightly longer.
Yeah,
and I think that was a big part of the round. They do retrieve that second AWP too.
Yeah, I mean, Capers straight away mixing things up. He's just gonna
kind of has
he's
to.
Gonna fall back. That's
like
fine.
At least the start of the round, he just kind of forces
exactly.
them to maybe think about it a bit.
Oof. All over Ali. Whisk is he's doing work with this AWP. I can't say I've seen him AWP that much in the past, but he's doing work with it right now.
Yeah, you can clearly see that was a heck of a shot, because even the model from Trouble, it's just a good few meters away from the actual angle he peaks. He was already on the way out. I guess him right on the shoulder.
Yeah, no, it's an awkward situation for London Lynx to be in. All sort of spread out across the map. Just, no map control for them as of yet. Fearless is working towards Ivy, but Mr. Hoy's playing this sensibly.
Arguably, Ferrari Beakers think they've got Brown Walls control, but they're going to do this double drop into pop. When Cyber's ready, Zio's on his head already. They do get the trade, which that's probably not the best situation to be in, especially when you're already at a 1-man deficit. And that does get decreased further, but Zio evens it back up.
Yeah, Whisk maybe just stepping out just a tiny bit too much, but...
Frank stands Zio. Make that just Zio.
Dropped as well.
Zio in a 1v3, but Eccles just peeks him.
Yeah, another nice round from Ferrari Peakers, and Whisk once again a nice solid 2k for him. Yeah, I mean we saw the other day that he's much more vocal for this team for this mix on the CT side. And it was trained that we were watching him sort of micromanage people around, but yeah, he's doing work for his team.
We might potentially see another eco come out from the London Lynx side after this run.
Yeah.
Should this go sour. Unless they get a plant. I feel like Fearless will be wanting to pick up that AWP.
Yeah, you would like to see it change the pace of the game potentially.
Because right now, you know, Whisk's AWP technically is running rampant now. He's been allowed to get a kill, like Ali, and then he's also got another one. Towards there, and they know there's an AWP still alive B-side.
Surely Fearless should be feeling like he can win that fight.
I imagine they get a plant here as well.
Yeah, and
should
I think
be for free.
Yeah, Ferrari Peakers are more than happy to let that happen, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to fly out upper again.
The way Capers is playing it as well.
Yeah.
Even if there was no flash and the timing goes against them, like the plant is free essentially, isn't it? But as I say, like, Mr. Hoya is moving towards the site, and I mean they're heavily focusing on this lower push, but the other players are advancing very quickly up from oil up train.
Yeah, smartly enough, the T's are trying to get close.
But that's an opening kill though.
Yeah,
they're stuck in Z right now.
They're going to try and retrieve that AWP as well, and it's just carnage near CT.
Another player gets taken down. 5v3.
Fearless has that AWP.
It's carnage right now. Fearless has got an AWP in an interesting position. He's at Summit, which he does miss that first shot. I mean, re-peaks as well.
I'm doing work with this MP9.
Wow. Thankfully, they do get a nice crossfire. I mean, Trouble's got 4 HP and just a Glock, no armor. But he has found himself a smoke, which makes it a bit interesting. He's stabbing Whisk. But Franks is quite far away. He has to run at the bomb. The smoke isn't covering him. And he does get the round. Zio with some very good entry frags on that side.
Yeah, exactly.
He got the first kill on Capers, which, you know, I can't help but feel like the setup that Capers is using is just...
It's a bit dodgy, isn't it? I mean, yeah.
If you're AWPing there alone, you surely, after like 20 seconds into the round, you call for another player. They have to play coils or something.
Exactly. Mr. Hoy did come, but it's just a tiny bit too late. And yeah, credit to the T's, you know, doing the best they can, just charging in with those close range weapons, trying to get
they took
in their faces. Yeah, exactly. And that's all you can really try in those kind of situations, and it pays off. Yeah. And
the money on the CT side is horrible.
Yeah, sensibly, the CTs have called a tactical pause.
I imagine that's to rectify what's going on at that B side, because I mean they've had the site every single time, and the way he's been playing, it's a bit too defensive. Isn't it?
You don't often see someone playing that far back with an AWP. I mean, you can see players holding backtrack, but they normally hold across the site, and they can normally get a bit more work done.
Get a bit involved in the round. Don't just let them free run around the entire area.
Exactly. Yeah.
Zio's had a good start to this map at least. 9 kills.
He has.
That was a big part of that round that they will understand.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Fearless had a massive game in the last map apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, he did miss that first AWP shot earlier on, and he did wide peek afterwards. But I imagine he's not too bothered about that. He'll just take it on the chin. He knows he can just carry on going. He'll get more opportunities.
He's far too experienced to start tilting and doubting himself.
For sure.
But yeah, just a half buy coming in for the CTs here.
Yeah, so have they left themselves on enough cash? They're getting 1900 next round. So Capers can get a glass cannon up, and Dom can pick one up as well if they do want it. But surely the AWP will be taken away from B. I can't imagine doing an AWP B after the first
I thought Frankster actually saved that AWP from the last round, but
no,
apparently
not.
not.
I think he grabbed an AK.
And again, favouring this B bomb site are London Lynx.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see this heavy focus towards full rifles from these guys. Oh, Zio.
I mean, Zio's killed so many people that it's almost crashed my game, but there we go.
That's one way of doing it. Last player alive, Dom. He has armor, which very valuable right now, because he could potentially get AWP armor if he saves it. Even better if he gets a kill and keeps an AK, but Frankster is ready to try and fight for this. In fact,
sensibly he's going to get out of there with this AK.
Yeah, he avoids the fight.
Yeah, that's a decent round. You know, they haven't invested too much. Only Kevlar on two players there for the CTs.
One of them survives. So
exactly, yeah.
And he can potentially get an AWP. For
3 kills. It's more than enough for the CTs.
What changes are we going to see coming in then? Because they need to do something.
Yeah.
Right? Because Capers set up currently at B. It's been abused quite a bit. So Dom does buy that AWP. Throws it over. I imagine Whisk will be picking it up.
Yeah, I mean, you have to feel like they go 2 in it from the start. Maybe hold that cross at B with their AWP, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. But from London Lynx's point of view, this could maybe be the time to start abusing A once you've put so much presence towards B early on.
Doesn't look like it's going to be anything like that. Capers might go aggressively. He's put that smoke in. I mean, he's spotting it. He's heard footsteps and he's instantly
instant
mollied.
rotation should be coming in. But
that smoke's been put straight out, so Capers is worried. Are they just sprinting straight out? They're running all the way off upper. Zia wins another gunfight. He gets to call out there is a player at Z. And Whisk does manage to survive long enough to get another frag. It's 2v4.
Well.
Franks has got himself in a nice position, but it's a 1v4. You can't help but feel like he needs to get a flurry of kills in quick succession
This
to have a
is an awkward
chance.
situation.
Both players close to him are low. He's picked off one of the close guys, but he doesn't.
He's not
He doesn't know. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate, really.
Yeah.
If he'd seen the players to his left and right and then got that kill,
Exactly. Yeah, that would have been huge.
that would have been a massive play.
Yeah. Once again, Capers got shut down on that B bomb site, but his team were there in time to
Yeah,
get things under control.
Yeah. It was quite unfortunate from Zio as well. He nearly got the kill on Whisk. I think he did about 70 damage.
Right.
Yeah, it was relatively unfortunate, really.
Yeah, I know. I mean, bit of a theme forming in this scoreline. It's 2-2-2-1 at the moment. See if the CTs can keep the theme going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
it is
quite
a
a
force
competitive
by
game so far.
Lynx too.
Exactly. Yeah.
The AWP does come out for Fearless.
He looks like he's going for that T main beat.
Yeah. So the CTs have been playing close pop every single round.
They
I'm
haven't
not
been
sure if
punished
London
for
Lynx have identified it.
No, they haven't been punished for it once. Like, they found that success towards B, but at the same time, they have not been probing around the other side of the map, really at all.
So Trouble will be planning to, inspect this alley sort of area. Obviously, Fearless is holding. Well, he was holding towards main.
Yeah.
Which he will be doing again now. But I imagine he goes towards B side unless he goes back in. But they haven't really got the equipment. I mean, now they know there's a guy in pop, right? They know Eccles is in there.
But yeah, finally they know, but they have no equipment to flush him out.
it.
They've got 1 HE on Trouble, who's miles away, but
Zio's made a weird play, so he's just on the ramp, but the CT setup is so peculiar. Like, they're both playing contact, but really close angles. Mr. Hoy might end up on Molly. That actually did tag him. If Capers was peeking then, Zio potentially dies.
But
So
no.
we saw previously they did a double drop down pop dog, and they did get the kill. I mean, Cybers used the flash, and they didn't actually get Eccles. They actually missed.
And once again, it does look like they're going to favour this B bomb site once more in this game, but Mr. Hoy did rotate off, and he's not in a position to get back there too quickly. He's in upper at the moment.
Can't help but feel like Zio wins this gunfight.
Yeah, the way he's been playing, he's not really set up.
Not ready for it, is he?
And that's
Trouble wasn't ready either.
That's more like it from Capers.
Yeah, much more aggressive. And Eccles is on the fast flank, and he's got the bomb down. 10 seconds the clock. Fearless can't help but feel like he tries to get the kill, but he will probably drop as well.
Okay, a lovely play from Eccles as well.
That marks another round, 2 round succession.
There we go.
And this, you'd like to think that this is a clean anti-eco conversion.
Yeah. Not much London Lynx should be able to get done here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some flashes of stuff they can do. Like, obviously, the B executes, they relied a lot on the upper push, which it worked perfectly because Capers was playing that setup, which it did have a bit of a hole in the defense.
Yeah, but they seem to have fixed things on that side of the map.
Yeah,
And
obviously,
it's
Mr. Hoy's
looking good
playing
for
here with him as well, and he's got upper control now, which is different. He does need to make sure he gets a kill and potentially gets out here before Mr. Hoy plans to rotate.
So they might be trying to challenge Eccles down pop here. Would just be a field day, you'd have to feel.
Oh, they've somehow dropped, but not done the drop
but
correctly.
I
They
don't
landed
really
on the ladder, and he just kind of cleans up house.
really
He does drop
weird.
after one, but I mean, Fearless gets another guy as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a weird disjointed push, but yeah, Fearless comes out with 2 kills and an AK.
And if he went B and smoked lower ramp, he probably gets given a plant for free.
Yeah,
Weirdly.
potentially.
Because Capers has fallen all the way back. I wouldn't say afraid, but very
Yes.
defensive, isn't it?
It's not too bad. You know, playing for the round win rather than just denying the bomb plant.
Fearless is going to
just
call for the
faking it out,
bluff.
and he's drawn at least one more CT away from
Mr. Hoy is tempted, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was initially towards B, but then he's not actually come out for it. Fearless wins that gunfight. It's 2v1, both AWPers, and they are sticking together. Fearless will get this plant, and it does mean that he can get an AWP next round too. So that plant is actually massive, considering the situation. It was technically a 1v5.
Yeah.
He's got it down to a 1v2, but he gets the second kill. But is he expecting the second person to be with him? It's 1v1 now. Capers against Fearless. No armor.
He might have just
A
seen
fully
him.
run, but I don't think he did. If he gets to the back of red, there's a chance he wins this. But he's just turned.
Oh,
But Capers
that's
does get
so
the kill.
unlucky.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, great round from Fearless, you know, out
Definitely.
of nothing.
He's put a massive dent in that CT economy as well. They have
Everyone's
4
gonna
players have to
rebuy.
rebuy. And they lost one of the AWPs, which is a big detriment as well.
Yeah, wow, keeping them honest here. You know, going into the later stages of this half, and
that's some good confidence for Alex Fearless
exactly.
too. He was 1 to 11, 1 to
Exactly,
10,
yeah.
I believe, and 4 kills. He'll be feeling it a bit more now. There was some AK, you know, he won a firefight against somebody who had armor and technically had to jump on him too. So hopefully we see some more stuff like that from Fearless. Like, we know the kind of player he is.
Exactly.
He's definitely good enough to prove otherwise. So we'll see what we can do. Trouble showing some presence towards Ali. It looks like Zero has actually managed to convince the B players that they can't.
Yeah, Capers was holding the angle there, and he took a bit of a dink through the wall.
Here comes A Smokes though. So the A Smokes come in. We've got Dom playing Sandwich right now, and this time they don't have pop control, which
Yeah,
is
it looks like they're going for the B.
it is a complete fake though. With
yeah,
Dom's
fake.
position though, surely nothing. They've walked out upper. Capers gets dropped. They haven't checked coil yet though, and Mr. Hoy does get one, and he shouldn't be able to get anything else. Fearless, sadly he has the bomb, which means he hasn't seen the players come out with Z.
I mean,
quite
Eccles just
unfortunate, really.
forced his way out there.
Yeah. Typically the bomber wouldn't not be the AWPer as well.
Big flank from Trouble coming in, and if the T's can survive just about long
They
enough.
should be okay. It doesn't look like the CTs are trying to advance too fast. Eccles is edging forward, which he should be able to get the jump for Fearless, but Fearless lands the shot. 1v3 for Whisk, takes down Trouble, and Frankster gets the second kill in.
Another nice round from London Lynx. I mean, they're really making this competitive, you know. They're
Considering
not
the read, I feel like Ferrari Peakers should not have been caught out like that.
Yeah.
Dom had a perfect position for the A Smoke situation. He was like, nobody's coming out. They haven't even flashed. I'm on top of blue. There's nothing here.
Exactly, yeah.
But they were allowed to walk out upper, and I don't really know
They are just
why
getting
that
so
happened.
much success with that upper push at the B bomb site.
Mhm.
And I mean, fair play to keep abusing it, because Ferrari Peakers, they just don't have an answer for it as of yet.
There's a clear difference in chemistry, I feel, between the two players that were playing B. So obviously Mr.
Yeah.
Hoy and Capers. They clearly haven't been in a situation where they've been abused at B like that.
Sure. And the A Smoke's coming in again, I think.
I
But
imagine
this
they
time they
take
are
it
gonna
this
hit
time,
A,
yeah.
yep.
So they are running in towards the pistols, because obviously the AWP has been purchased towards B. It's a bit of a scary situation though. CZ's all around the shop. Cyber will go for the plant, unless somebody pushes through the smoke, and he actually isn't concussed, but just about. Just about.
He tried.
There is no kit in play, they have to get some run and gun action coming here. They do take down Cyber, and they take down Frankster too. This is giving potential. The AWP does go into play, but it does get taken straight down. And Dom's got a really good position right now. Diffuse gets stopped, 1v2. Oh,
Wow.
wow. There was a potential there for Dom if he hadn't... He did whiff his bullet a bit on
Sure.
Fearless. But ultimately, the round does go the way, and Fearless again, you think he got 3 kills that round.
Yeah, he's stepping up.
He's feeling it now. He's getting into the game. And it is another eco for Ferrari because 6 rounds on the T side already. They have to give up potentially a 7th.
Yeah.
And as a mix, that's
yeah,
not
I
great.
mean, from what we could see from the last map, it did seem to be very competitive throughout, and obviously did end up going to overtime. So a similar story here, and here we see the classic UKPL.
Oh, is this the
CT.
classic UKPL,
Yeah,
is
I
it?
feel like Imi called it in one of his UKPL games, and then
Right.
ever since then, there was a couple of players who would just call it every single time there was a Felico, and yeah, I mean,
Bit of
you
fun.
get some damage. Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Sure. I mean, London Lynx's read is interesting. Franks is going to be met by an army. Oh my god.
He is actually going to
Spray down. And he doesn't even die.
Yeah, they don't get a single kill, and that's a lot of money for Frankster.
It's lucky that Frankster was the man to check that corner, isn't it? Because it was an SMG.
Fuck was that? There we go. Yeah.
Bit of an interesting one, wasn't it? 7-7. And no AWP in play for Ferrari Beakers.
Yeah.
Which I feel like Whisk has needed his AWP towards A side. He's been
Yeah,
a
he
big
was
impact with it.
extremely
Capers
impactful.
not so much at B.
No.
I feel like Rifle is needed at B right now, and they are still playing 2B too. But the A Smokes has been lined up once more. I imagine this time Zio might actually just go in towards B on his own.
Yeah.
But Dom has got into pop this time.
Yeah,
So
looks like
the last time they did A Smokes, there was nobody actually playing close. And they are committing for it, with Zio going down pop late. Whisk pushes through on his own, but Dom's still on pop. Dom needs to push out and get some kills. That's a heck of a trade. But again, Eccles has pushed through another smoke. There's just constant smoke pushes.
he gets Zio as well. That's huge.
Frankster 1v3. Does to make it 1v2, and he nearly gets the opportunity to make
That's
it
a
1v1.
massive round from Eccles, really.
Yeah, it was a lot of individual plays, I guess is the best way to put it, isn't
Yeah.
it? There's a lot of... Whisk went through a smoke, and then he probably thought that Dom was facing with him. Dom then forced himself to make a play because he probably feels bad that Whisk
Yeah.
died for him. And then Eccles makes another one, which, honestly, you're not expecting a third player to make one of those plays, are you?
Sure. And I mean, Ferrari Peakers probably won't be too upset about that. At least they...
I think they'll be annoyed about that B hold early on. They lost a few rounds which they probably shouldn't have.
They'll definitely have to fix that going further into the tournament if they do make it that far, but...
You're against a team now on CT side train, though, is the issue. Do you have anything in your playbook? How reliant are they on rushes and contact plays? Because they're going to need some good stuff right now, at least from the aim perspective.
That's a lovely entry.
Fearless is here, though. Which makes me wonder, because Trouble is playing solo B right now with the kit and smoke, which is... We see him doing that quite often. On Inferno as well. He always plays the solo sight on the pistol.
Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, and
Ferrari
Peakers, they're very happy to slow it down after that entry. And it looks like
Eccles will be faking.
They should be able to catch Fearless out, re-aggressing here. I'm surprised Mr. Hoy hasn't faced with Dom there, but
I think it's just the info, because Zio only saw one guy, didn't he? He only saw the Dom, I believe, when he faced. So obviously, Fearless has only seen the one guy.
Sure.
And the B fake does come in, and Eccles will be going through this smoke, but he does it perfectly. Obviously, he'll get the back of Trouble, but he hasn't shot yet. He's playing the long con. But it doesn't even matter. His teammates are winning the fight at alley, and Fearless doesn't have anything else to do. Trouble's got Eccles behind him still. Probably gets knifed or not. Hang on.
Bit sketchy.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for the knife based on how long he waited.
I think it's the fact that Trouble was just constantly
he was
moving.
Constantly moving,
like, as soon as I pull out the knife, he's gonna turn around, isn't he?
Yeah, it's one of those awkward situations. Which, yeah, decent pistol though. I mean, Eccles plays the smart game there. If he'd shot at Trouble, that might have possibly changed it and made his teammates not have as much confidence in the round. Like if your player who's lurking behind them gets killed and you're already a bit iffy on the outside push, it makes you a bit. You question how far can I actually go? Do I risk a lot?
Yeah, and it looks like they are just going to speed it up on this full eco.
As expected, really. Not sure how much they can get done with these pistols. I mean, Zio's picked up another one, and Trouble's on his own now. 2 kills.
Yeah, it's not awful.
I mean, they didn't really invest into that round either. They just bought pistols on their own because they know they need.
To be fair, Eccles, he's got barely any money, so yeah,
he might go Mark 10.
Kept them honest here. Still another eco coming out for London Lynx.
Yeah, they need the AWP, so obviously Fearless will be able to get his next round. And as we said, he leaves himself on 54-50 usually, and he usually goes for the smoke double flash instead of Kevlar whenever he gets his AWP. At least on the first gun round when they have lost the first 3.
Yeah, and it looks like it's just a repeat of the last round.
Yeah.
Charging out a lot.
They get a usual kill. Might be able to get a second. Fearless does get one from long range. Zio's in an interesting position. He does get the drop on Mr. Hood, but doesn't quite get the kill. Fearless has a chance of doing some work here.
It's going to easily be a 1v1.
Yeah, Mr. Hoy's low.
Wow.
He was really fortunate, wasn't he?
Yeah, quite lucky to stay alive in this round, but... Yeah,
considering he landed that shot on the pop dog player running across, he somehow doesn't get a hit onto Mr. Hoy though.
Yeah, and again,
Eccles
they've got to spend all their money really. It's only Whisk and Mr. Hoy, they're building some sort of a bank, but yes, it's not looking too ideal for them. They're really going to want to be picking up this first gun round.
Fearless actually changes it up because of the 2 kills too. He decides to go for HG and he actually gets Kevlar this time. So we'll see the difference if he does get use out of that Kevlar, I suppose.
And it looks like he will be getting some contact. A little default towards Ivy this round.
Yeah, it will be coming his way. He doesn't have any support with him though, which is a bit peculiar.
Yeah, you don't often see that.
Likes the player jumping across.
He's just going to fall off.
Peculiar amount of damage. Usually the leg shot does about 80 to 85. He only did 74. Might have been like a shin shot, maybe. Bit of a kneecap break. The CT players seem willing to let Ivy be, abused a bit.
Yeah. And
they're letting Mr. Hoy do his usual actions above pop. And Trouble, again, he likes playing the solo sight player, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's confident in it. He clearly believes himself. He's smart enough to, use his utility correctly and confident little player, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Frankster said he's essentially the captain, coach, and mother of the team. Yeah. And obviously, when you think of statements like that about teammates, you tend to think they watch quite a lot of demos, they seem quite involved in the game. So if you have somebody like that, they probably will do a lot of demo watching for their own play as well.
Yep.
As the outside take is coming in, Cyber sees one player go past, sees another go past, but just finally pull the trigger, gets 2. And he is going to be fighting Pop as well, gets the dink down, and Zio cleans up. 1v2 for Dom, and Zio's got the drop on him, he knows exactly where he is. Very nice round from Zio. Does he pick up the AWP? Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So Fearless does get that AWP into the next round.
Yeah,
and
credit
the money
to
on
Cyber there as well.
Ferrari
Bit of
beaters.
trigger discipline, and then he
Yeah, I
cleaned
think
up.
it was one of those situations where he's like half blind, where he's like, I know somebody passed, but
Yeah.
I can't. If I'd shot, I probably don't get the kill, and then somebody else kills me as well.
Exactly, and surprisingly, I suppose T's have opted to force. I mean, they've got 4 AKs, so yeah. Fun.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Zio, meanwhile, on his Mag 7. Scary.
Yeah, he does love that.
Yeah, you
To be
don't.
fair.
You don't
There was
like
that
to be
one
praised
epic
of that.
run where he was an absolute beast with the Mag 7. And I like this though. He's playing upper with it. Trouble's doing his usual shoulder spotting. And I suspect the T's don't quite know that it is a solo B player yet.
Yeah. Haven't really tested the waters
No.
over towards B so far.
So Fearless repels that default alley quite convincingly. You know, they've forced a smoke on a molly, and Fearless just mollies it, and he knows they probably haven't pushed up with that either.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what happens towards Pop though, because Frankster's playing inside, and Mr. Hoy is above that, and he has full grenades to potentially send him away, or at least take it if he wants it.
Can't say I've seen this. We've watched quite a few train maps this event. We haven't seen anyone do those, you know, classic double molly, flush them out of
The
pop.
double drop is coming down there, and Frankster does not win the gunfight. He dinks Capers, and Capers, I think he wants to grab that gun, but I don't think he's going to get a chance. Fearless will be getting contact alley because we've watched him pop, and suddenly there's a mess in the CT setup. Trouble misses the molly as well. It's not great. It's not great. It looks a bit scary for them now. Turning up very inopportune moments. Cyber does pick up one, and Trouble does get a second as well. This is suddenly winnable, 2v2. Zio does need to get involved in the play though, but he's coming from pop very late in the
Yeah,
round.
he's got a Mag 7. He's going to be miles
There
away
is a gun in here, I'm pretty
from-
sure,
only For mass, I think.
but actually no, it'll be out on Capers' body. But the smoke gives him an opportunity there. If he wide swings, he can get out. And the players
Probably didn't hear
outside,
that.
They might have done. It looks like Dom has, based on the way he's peeking. There's no kit, is the thing. That's the first kill. Now it's just Whisk. Bomb planter. And he peeks out just as Zia picks out a grenade.
That's nice from Whisk. You know,
Yeah.
confident in his play there. Happy to take that fight. And yeah, just as London Lynx were about to break the economy of Ferrari peakers, you know, it's them who have to eco. Only trouble with a bit of a bank. Otherwise, it's desperate. They are going to force into this though. Don't want to let it get too far away from them. And yeah,
It's
this
an
is a big
interesting
round
force
now.
because Fearless hasn't quite committed to it. He's got 1100 still, which I guess he's leaving the leverage for him to potentially go an AWP when he does. Like if they
Fast
do lose
play
the
from
round.
the T's. Similar round to Eco's.
Yeah, this
that we
appears
saw
to be the
before,
default
yeah.
anti-eco one, doesn't it? I mean, Cyber's still on this bomb train. Potentially get 1 or 2 kills if he peeks out. Does peek out. and
T's just
the
done
round
absolute
just
work, and
sweeps them.
that was actually a massive round for the CTs to win. They don't even get a single kill there.
You'd think it was a full eco, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Based on how clean it was. 13 to 8.
Yeah, I mean, it has been very competitive, but after they couldn't string that second round together on the CT
No.
side, and that really comes back to bite you on the CT side, especially just because of how the money works. Yeah, it's not ideal. They're just going for a 5-man Russian pop, potentially? Or just stacking outside, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sadly, the T's are right above them.
yeah, it's a nice read. Every single anti-eco so far has just been that rush down pop and out T main, but Echo might get caught off. He is playing it sensibly.
Gets the one, but doesn't get the second. Fearless gets the AK and a molly. And
That's a lot of trouble.
off that initiative, they run straight into B. I mean, Trouble's put some decent damage down on Dom. 35 HP on one of the players.
Looks like Fearless is going to go for it with this AK. I mean, the
Yeah,
money's
he
still
mollies
not
the
great.
site, which Dom is burning. Ooh. He was planning to put that out, but he's still low and he's close to the site. Cyber, he's thinking about trying to find Dom. He knows he's a bit low. But he doesn't get the chance.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I would have liked to see Fearless save that AK there. If you look at the money, no one's really going to have that great utility. He could have dropped it over to someone else, but
Yeah.
oh well. He's got his AWP out. He's happy about that, and yeah, do or die time for the CTs here.
14 to 8. They need to get some rounds together. The issue is they win the round, they lose one, and then suddenly the money again is in shambles.
Yeah.
Interesting molly from Frankster. I mean, he gets the kill. It looks like it's the anti-eco round from Ferrari peak is coming out, but Pop is smoked, which
Yeah.
changes everything really. And it doesn't look like they're going to commit through this smoke. Eccles is still alive in main. Smokes off sandwich.
Should have seen Zio there.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he saw Fearless to his backtracks, in fact, when he jumped across.
Yeah, it does look like they are going to.
And Trouble's playing B from this distant one.
He has seen them come out here. And he is trying to. Interestingly enough, he played from so far back. Now he is trying to fight it. He loses the advantage for his team. It was a 5v4.
He's got himself in a situation where he gets peeked into, which
Yeah.
obviously in this game there's peak disadvantage.
Yeah. Capers is holding behind.
Sneaking in, yeah. Gets the kill on Mr. Hoy, switches down to an AK. Gets the kill on Sight, and that's the round.
Nice retake from the boys. Another 4K coming out for Frankster.
Yeah, he's had a few rounds where he's had multi kills. And Trouble was playing that probably a better angle than Capers was playing.
Yeah.
Because he can at least see both angles and then pull off of it from there. And I think that was the angle that Olaf was using in that one 5K that Flusher got, which people were questioning because he couldn't see a certain part, like near oil show or something. If somebody does time you.
When you're playing it in a 5v4 situation, you probably you'll see one of the T's coming out. And
yeah,
he did.
They'll bomb it out.
But yeah, nice retake.
This is the bigger round now.
CT side. Yeah, and they've given themselves a lifeline into this game.
Yeah.
But they really need to convert the second round to get things moving.
So that is a quick push out. And they do smoke Pop again. The E-Box smoke and Sandwich smoke have come in.
Yeah.
And Trouble is alone at B there. So he'll get the contact, he'll put the smoke down. And I wonder, will Ferrari peek initiate straight off of that? Doesn't look like they're coming straight through the smoke. Trouble should be able to pick one or two of them here. Does get the one and does some damage. And Zero does trade that first kill straight back and whisks. Over peeking a bit maybe? Because Fearless is going to get a grenade towards Zio. I mean, doesn't even matter. Zero takes him down regardless.
Yeah, meanwhile, Eccles has worked outside, and Capers, smartly enough, has been able to get back with the bomb into Pop. And
that's a kill he needed.
He's not going to be happy with that.
He needed that one. Fearless got a good position. He does see Capers push out, and he will face it still. Just pure confidence from him, really. Thing is, they don't know if Capers actually got to E-Box and got further, or if he just stayed there. So right now, just holding the peak. That is the answer they need.
Not much you can do, I think.
They do give him a chance, don't they?
I mean, Eccles made a great play there, but he'll be kicking himself for that. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another pause coming out soon. Their money's not that great on Ferrari Beakers.
Yeah, pistol armor's suggested by.
Exactly, yeah. They've got the rounds to work with here. And they're playing it sensibly. Dom is on 28 frags, yeah.
Kind of an unsung hero. He hasn't had many multi-kill situations, really, has he? He's got a lot of
plugging away,
consistent rounds where he gets a kill here and there. And it does look like a weird 3 above ladder, 2 towards alley. So end goal, I imagine, is a B split, right?
Sure.
Through backtracks. But they will be running into Fearless's AWP, which I'm not too sure how you're going to do when you have no grenades.
Yeah,
you're going to have to hope to 1D, don't you? But Fearless is not always watching towards alley, which might work in their favour.
Yeah, I mean, you see that pretty
Potentially
often.
different play, actually. He's taking ladder control.
It's a nice shot.
He does get the first kill, and Dom is holding this angle if he peeks into it, obviously. With smoke going down, I don't think that'll happen, though.
Yeah.
He's getting ready for a boost over that box, but little does he know there's only one man there.
Yeah, exactly. Wish trying to find something with his deagle.
Yeah, he's edged out a bit.
Fearless is... He's just absolutely tearing them apart this round.
Yeah, he's having fun with it now. He's getting into the zone. And Zio with a good dink as well.
Yeah,
Mr.
Hoy definitely felt that one.
Yeah.
Jumped back in his chair. Yeah, it's all on Eccles, maybe trying to get a swift bomb plant, but not much you can do. And Zio shuts them down.
But not much you can do with the Eagles, I suppose. They have the option of getting an AWP here on the T side. I'm not too sure how it would work into the way they've been playing. It's been quite fast-paced, maybe 4-on-1s a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think who would be the T-side AWPer on this lineup, to be fair.
Yeah, like it's all well and good for some people to pick up on the CT side because a lot of people are able to pick hold angles.
Yeah.
But AWPing in T side is a different beast in itself. Right? You need to be able to peek and know when you should do it, or when you should be in X location to do it, that sort of thing. And I'm not too sure if any of them have got the experience of doing that. Especially against Fearless. Although Fearless has always played towards alley so far, he hasn't really spread his playstyle.
No, he hasn't.
Which, you could potentially take advantage of that, but they are going towards alley with 2 players, which they should know. Whenever they've jumped across, he usually has landed either a leg shot or he'll get the kill.
Exactly, yeah. somehow Dom's got that kill. It looked like from Fearless's perspective that Dom was fully blind, but managed to get that entry. And yeah, again he's popping off.
Unfortunately for Fearless, they did actually get to the right side during that kill.
Yeah, and they are just going to leave Eccles there.
It was really unfortunate. They missed the actual flash to cross.
Yeah.
And Fearless probably would have got the kill because obviously there was no flash coming at him.
But no, nice map control from Ferrari peekers. They've left Eccles there, and he can come in for potentially a backstab later on in the round, depending on what they want to do.
Yeah, they are keeping London Lynx thinking, aren't they?
Yeah.
But obviously, Trouble, he's playing in such a situation where it's like, quick rotates away.
Yeah, they're really trying to sell this fake, and they've held at least 3 players on the outer bomb site.
Yeah.
Trouble is
This
he's
lower
gonna have
smoke's
to do a
about
lot.
to fade. He needs to be in a bit more better situation. The molly is going to come in. And that stops the run out to white train. Fearless.
Rotation is coming in now, though.
What kind of play is Trouble going to go for? It looks like he's flashing, he's going wide. That's really unfortunate. Dom gets the second kill.
Just shut down immediately as the boys push him down.
Cyber does pick a firefight with Mr. Hoy, but he does win it. 4v3. Eccles has initiated his lurking for this round.
Frax has tried to make the play, and he almost got him, to be fair, but just about whiffed the spray in the last bullets.
Dom on site has been seen a few times. Unfortunately, Fearless has been missing the shot.
Yeah, Eccles
The nade should get him though.
Eccles is there as insurance if he can get there in time, but they do have a molly on Whisk, and yeah, Eccles
it's just Cyber. He has to stick the plan, really, doesn't he?
Did have a smoke?
I think he dropped the flash, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a flash. And yeah, a really nice round coming out from Ferrari peekers. You know, they got that early map control around Ivy.
It was
And
the early pick, wasn't it?
yeah, they kept them getting outside with those smokes, and they just about got into B in time. But yeah, it's a nice round, and it puts them on match point.
15-11. 4 match points to play with.
Double orb coming out on the CT
Yeah,
side.
Zio
in the hands
picking
of
up the
Zio,
ball.
yeah.
That's an interesting one. Question is, where will he be able? Because obviously, Fearless is dedicated towards this alley/green train area.
Yeah.
Fearless has, Zio has been boosted.
Yeah,
into
and
Z.
the T-side orb actually has come out in the hands of Dom. That might have just been
Yeah,
him
I
going for
think
the
he
early
picked.
peek.
Actually, he died that round, didn't he? So he's actually asked for it. He's not even going for an early peek right now, is he? He's holding the alley push.
Yeah, I mean, he got flashed off from teammate.
Oh, did he actually flashed off? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, interesting to see changing it up.
Yeah, that's confidence as well, though. He's having a really good game thus
Yeah.
far. I think he's on technically his 125 ADR as well, alongside that 30 kills. Which, again, that's crazy good. Looks like they are planning to do the E-box and sandwich smoke, I believe. Or is Dom just setting up for 1 smoke? Yeah, Dom set up for 1 smoke and Whisk is doing another, which I imagine will be just some sort of smokes to probably pull
It looks
players.
like sight smokes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thing is, right now, London Lynx have committed to 2B.
Yeah, and
They're
it
not
looks
really
like it's
pulling
going to
on
be
this
on
bait,
Capers
are
to
they?
sell this fake.
Yeah, I don't think he's done enough, really, has he?
Yeah, Eccles taking pop control now. Here we go, the smokes have come in. And Zio, on that
Gets the
elevated
first
angle,
kill.
he
was
yeah,
still
he
up
catches them
there
out.
from the start of the round. And Felix gets the second. Do they know that Eccles is close towards site right now, though? Cyber is looking at the smoke, and he does get the kill on him.
Yeah,
2v5, Whisk and Capers left. They could potentially get on site and get a plant here, which probably is your best bet.
That's a
But
nice
Whisk
shot
takes
from
out
Whisk.
Fearless. And Eccles has already initiated the pause,
Yeah.
even mid-round, just because.
Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah.
he was the one to call the pause in the first half as well, which is nice to see. You know, a bit more experience coming out from him now. You know, he's grown a lot as a player, to be fair. You know.
Yeah, the last few months he's had a lot of experiences, hasn't he? Obviously,
he
the
had a-
Gfinity
He had
side
a rough
was
patch
infused.
in that Gfinity Elite
Yeah.
series, but
Only, I think it was a week, wasn't it? With
Yeah.
infused guys, and it was a bit rough.
yeah,
I
he's
suppose.
been grinding away, and he's had
Yeah.
quite a few good performances, and you know, he's been popping up all over the place. Obviously, winning gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was, for a brief period, I think he was the Radix IGL as
Yeah.
well. At the UK Premiership event, he
Yeah,
was
which
actually
is-
the IGL.
You always love to see younger players trying out that IGL role.
Yeah.
Speaking of younger players with an IGL role, Trouble is struggling this game. He's only got 9 frags.
Yeah, he's been on that Bianca role, but at the same time, he hasn't had any sort of. Like, a lot of players get a few weaker rugs every game gifted to them, like maybe 2 or 3.
It's a bit of a
at
thankless
least.
job, this Bianca, isn't it?
Yeah. But as I say that, though, he will be greeted with a few eco players coming up towards him here. Depending on what Dom does at Ali, which is completely different. Fearless is AWPing in Z now. There's the peak. They get a dink, but they probably think it's done a lot more than it actually did. It's only done 19 damage. He holds a close down, gets 3 of them.
There we go.
And there we go.
Pad those stats.
Yeah. Increases kills by a 1/3 right there and then. Yeah, there we go. Whisk thinks that damage did a
Yeah.
lot more.
He's a bit miffed. He did hear the little dink sound, but yeah, straight through that wall with.
Right.
With
This is an awkward situation. So yesterday we argued the point you shouldn't buy 15-13 if you've got a rough buy coming
Absolutely.
in. You may as well eco one more.
I feel like Eccles does not call for them to buy, surely.
On train especially, you're against double up, they
Oh my
buy.
God. I mean,
You're not even on maximum loss bonuses as well. Like, you're always going to have terrible buy. They need this round.
they need a bomb plant at the very least.
Yeah, that's needed bonus.
It's scary for the T's. They just want to get it over with.
And again, Zio's been boosted into
Boy's
heaven.
just giving it.
That's a good kill. That's a
There
very
we go.
good kill.
They're
They're
back
straight
to their
out pass.
fast. And
It's
Mr. Boy
working
is just
perfectly.
absolutely demolishing them.
This toy's had a heck of a round so far, and it's absolutely caught them by surprise. None of the players on the CT are winning gunfights, and they've proven us wrong with this buy.
Yeah, and there we
essentially.
go. What do we know? Yeah, I love
Quick
to see
round from them, 16-13. And it does mean that Ferrari Peakers will advance to the grand final, 2-face win and reign.